Hey there folks, it's Christian from 7 Gaming Network, and I'm here at the TTS. I've got an opponent lined up. Hexen has agreed to join in, and yeah, this is going to show you the Shooting Sisters deck. So first of all, we'll draw our initial beginning hand, and let's have a look at what we got. Now, we're up against Po Ray, so we've got to deal with some specials, and potentially quite a lot of damage output from Po. And we've got to think about controlling resources. So I'm very happy to see a deflect first. We like an unpredictable and a failure angle. That's pretty good. Now we've also got a couple of upgrades here, which is really nice. In terms of the immobilize, that's going to obviously control some dice, and hold up blaster means we're going to have to do some damage. So I've already got options here. Now I'd probably be quite happy. We really want to see Sith Holocron in this deck. It gives us such a massive advantage if we can get hold of it. So what I'm actually going to do, this could really come back to bite me, but I'm going to put the Holdout Blaster back. I'm going to keep the Deflect because that's so good. And I'm going to put these back, and this is where this really becomes important. We mulligan incorrectly here, and we could set ourselves up for issues. I want to keep the Immobilize because I want one upgrade at least, and a nice defensive one at that. Let's see what we get. Do we get what we need? Okay, so we've got Hunker Down, that's nice. A couple of other upgrades, not quite so good. We'll see what happens. The Force Choke is a bit better than our Immobilize, so we can take that. Oh, he's rolled fairly poorly there, and we have rolled a 4. Okay, so we'll go with now this is where we really don't want him to have his yeah, we're actually going to take ours. So we're missing out on those 2 shields first, but we really can't allow Po to be getting that special off. So anything, and he's going to be taking the battlefield way before us. So let's see what we do here. So let's get a Hunker Down on one of the girls. I'll take our resources. It's always harder to commentate as you're playing as well, so you always end up making some more mistakes. Okay, so he's used straight away 2 up on getting a force training in, and of course that means he's going to fire up his ray to get in nice and quickly, stacking his dice. And what we got, so crumbs, it's a good roll. Okay, so we've got 3 damage to deal with here straight up, and quite frankly we can't. So what we're going to have to do here is I'm actually going to take the damage on this Night Sister and get him to re-roll that, because the chances of Ray actually rolling, of course, that one is pretty slim. And there we go. Okay, so I've sort of dealt with that a little bit. Could hit us for the 1, be nasty if he hits our deflect. Other than that, we wouldn't be too unhappy with anything else. Okay, so he's going to go for damage. Yes, I thought he might do. So he started to shift his attack onto Jabba. That's cool. We're actually quite happy with that. We can. One of the things we don't want to do is lose characters in this. So I'm going to take the shield. Simply because at this stage it allows us now. We've got essentially damageless reroll, and if Po rolls nicely here, if he rolls 2, okay, right, so this is what we'll do then. We'll we can take the 2 damage, so we shall pay 1. We'll deflect this. Now our options here, but I'm absolutely going to go after yeah, I'm absolutely going to go after Po first. So we'll do 2 damage to Po there, which is quite nice. Deflect, such a great card. Now he's going to stick some damage back on us, but hey, that's okay. 3 onto Jabba. Now, at this stage, what I have done, of course, in doing that, is stop myself being able to do any upgrades here. But that's not the end of the world, because we'll roll in Jabba now, and we shall see if we can get the resource, which we can, and I think we'll say no reroll, because we want the focus, of course, to be able to focus the Night Sisters on some damage later. Now, quite what upgrade we go for, we can try and be aggressive early on, He's gone for a discard, was that? Okay, yeah, so we'll discard our own card. Okay, so we lost the force choke. Well, that actually makes it a bit easier. I think what we shall do, we've still got that there. Let's take this resource. And the plan being that now we'll play out the should play out the jetpack, I think. Now this is the options we've got here. We could go more steady and play out the immobilize, have the defensive capabilities, take shields. We could play out the jetpack. That's got some shields on as well. We've got focus. Do you know what? I'm going to try and do it whilst Poe has got no shields on. I'm going to get this out. Now, of course, he could play something that's going to mean that he gets that out. We understand that, but hey, let's see what we can do with this. Oh, sorry, I'm going to need to play it onto this one. That'll be much better. Okay, so he's passing. So we'll roll out this Night Sister then and see what we get. Okay. And of course, he could have a deflect in hand himself. So that's my sort of concern here. So what I might actually do is let's roll this one out, because I can use that resource. Okay, so I rolled a 2, that's nice. Let's see if he deflects that. So he hasn't. So this is going to make me feel like he's got 4 cards there. He must have something. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to deflect. I'm going to disrupt that, because that way, then he can't do the deflect. And what I can do is I can focus that onto the 2, and I should be able to do 4 damage then to Poe. And I've done 6 damage to him in the first round. Happy days. We like that a lot. What's he doing? He's bounced that back to his hand to get a resource. That's annoying. So what we'll do is I'll actually resolve that onto him. I'm not going to do it both together. Actually, I don't need to. I can't do anything else, can he? Doesn't make any difference. There we go. Then let's stick those onto him. Okay. Now, are we going to keep this immobilized? I think so, because it will be a nice upgrade to have. It's going to be a nice control. So we'll get 2 resources, and we'll draw 4, and we'll see what we get. Okay, that's nice. Okay, double Sith Holocron and the Force Throw. Good job we kept the immobilize, and we got a hunker down. Wow, the control potential has just gone through the roof here. So that's exciting. Let's see what he does here. So he's got his 3 resources. Okay, wow, he's busted them all straight away on that upgrade. But that's a good, solid upgrade. Means he can get some shields up potentially. It's quite shieldy, that die. Yeah, okay, he's not going to be too happy with that. So here's what we'll do. So you don't really want to be too slow here. These hunker downs are brilliant when we're playing against Django decks and things like that. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to play out the I'm going to play out a Sith Holocron onto Jabba. I want to keep him attacking, going after Jabba, because for me, the more I played with it, the more I need the Night Sisters alive to dish out the damage. Okay, so now we've got some problems, because we need to get rid of that. So the way we're going to get rid of that is by taking the damage here, and we can re-roll that. We don't want that going off. What do we get? And phew. Okay, so he's got no. See, he might take the 2 resources here, so that he can fund for those 2 3s, and that is a difficulty for us. He should be able to get a 3 damage off whatever happens, because we just don't have the control here at the moment. So what we might have to do is we might be receiving quite a bit of pain here. I'm going to put 1 on this one, because if he rolls his 2 side, look, that'll be 5 damage, and I'll take another one there, you can wipe out that Night Sister. So we'll do this ability and save that die. Hopefully he doesn't roll that again, otherwise that will be a dead Night Sister. Okay, so he has rolled a 5, quite nasty. Let's see if he goes after Jabba. Hopefully he does, actually. He does. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah, it's really nice damage from Poe. But notice how we've kind of got everything set up. Now, admittedly, I could have rolled in Jabba earlier. I could have... Hello, what's he doing there? Could have rolled in Jabba earlier. Could have maybe got the Force throw out there, but well, he was just pretty quick there. So what we'll do is, how many cards he got left in hand? 4. So Jabba's still going to be very relevant if he can roll his discard sides. He's still got 1 resource left. Okay, so we can disrupt that 1 resource and see what we get. And a focus, brilliant. And the special on the holocron. Now, with 8, that's really not the end of on 8 damage, 3 health left. Not the end of the world. We could stick a hunker down on Jabba. I'm actually slightly sort of reluctant to do that as well, really. He's just having a little bit of a play with the interface here. Okay, so he's making me discard a card. Let's see what we discard. Okay, well, okay, so we know what to do with that. That's a bit annoying because, of course, I'd rather have put the Immobilize onto Jabba. Okay, Hexer may be a bit new to TTS, perhaps. So what we'll do then is we'll disrupt that 1 resource. And again, it just allows us to start getting to that point where we can just play our turn out. One thing I really like about Hunker Down and being able to play that later on in the turn is I can stick Hunker Down. I can tap it now, put shield on him. First action, next round, I can put another shield on him. It's kind of 2 shields, which is really great. I really like that. Looks like he's passed again. Okay, let's do this. So one of the things you have to keep on top of opponents. Sometimes they just don't notice when you do these hunker downs. Now, what I'm looking to do here is, of course, is to set myself up for a really nice turn. So I'm actually going to stick this holocron out onto the girls. He hasn't claimed yet, so okay. He's probably not going to do the ability, and that's fair enough. So what we'll do is we'll stick... Oh, I like things to be spread out, because if he takes out one of these characters, then obviously that's a problem for us. So let's roll this Night Sister. He's claimed. So again, we're now at that point. Yes, great. Okay, so we can just crack on and do what we like. So I think what we'll do, we've got that 1 focus, and we're going to have that. So I'm actually going to take this back. We'll stick the Force throw onto her. We will pay the 1 because if we get the special, we haven't got any of theirs to throw. But what we could do is if we rolled the modifier, but we for some reason don't manage to get the 2s, or we can use this to focus that to the modifier, well then we can throw it with this. So here we go. Do we get special? We get a disrupt. Okay, well that's fine. So let's stick this out onto here just because it's an extra dice of goodness, and it might give us another focus, which we always like. Okay, that could have been better. That really could have been better. So what we shall do is we'll take damage there, and we'll keep that discard. And we've got focus to get some. We could get 4 damage, but I just don't think. So this is one of those instances where you could start really putting damage onto these girls to try and maximise your damage, but what we'll do is we'll take that shield off to re-roll this one. Hopefully we get, oh wow, okay, we managed to get the 2 there. That was very nice. Okay, so what we can do now is we can put 5 damage into Poe, but that's going to put him 1 away from the kill. So this is where it starts being worth it, to seeing how else we can get a bit of damage off. It's close. So the best places to go for damage for this are, I think, the Force Throw, because it's got 1 damage on, and then the other twos we could throw that Sith Holocron, for instance. These sisters only got 2 sides, so what we'll do is we'll take a damage here, use this, and we shall re-roll this. Come on, let's get it. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll focus this to the 3. We'll resolve the 5 into Poe. He's got 12, yeah, because we'll focus, throw that into him to finish him off. And then we will discard for one of those cards, because he's still got 4 cards in hand there. Okay, so that's a great example of how this deck is supposed to work. You survive the turn, and then you chuck out everything you got to just deal as much damage as you can. Okay, now look, we've got so much control here. Okay, we've lost the deflect's going to be not so good. Okay, fair enough, but look, and of course the dodge becomes a bit useless for us. But let's see what happens here. She plays Hold Up Blast. Okay, so actually the deflect could come in useful. Now is where we want to see an Intimidate or something like that to get rid of these shields, but we're in control now. The issue here will be just keeping Jabra alive. Let's see what he ends up rolling here. Okay, so next action is overwriting for a comlink to re-roll them all, which is fine. Any number, okay. Right, yeah. There's no real issues here. He's going to take the resource. Okay, yeah. I don't know if he's got any damage he can do out of hand here. There's no Force Throw. I'm not going to roll any of those, so yeah, we can just do this and see what sort of useful. Oh, come on, love it. Right, might need to do our best to keep Jabra alive and keep that focus on the table, because that's spectacular. That double focus means we can really put the pain down now with the jetpack. Let's roll the Force Throw out. In fact, I probably should have rolled Force Throw out first. He's going to double discard. Is there anything I really want to use first? Let's get that backup muscle in play, shall we? Because we don't want to lose that. That would be frustrating if you manage to hit that. He's going to do those. Okay, Mind Trick was the one we liked. And oh, great, left with the 2 that are basically irrelevant. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. So that's one of those ones where, yeah, perhaps I could have been hunkering down earlier here, but what I can do, of course, is I can use hunker downs to make sure. Actually, he's still got a resource there. Let's do this. I don't want him deflecting a 2 Night Sister damage die into me. There's just no need to rush here. We're just got to be methodical and apply as much damage as we can. Just waiting for him to realise it's his go, because I hunkered. Okay, so he's passed, that's fine. Let's hunker down here. Let's just get him out. Okay, so this is where we can. I often try and use these sorts of things up as much as I can, just because it makes your opponent get a bit more sketchy about, oh, I'll take the battlefield now, oh, I'll take the battlefield now. Yeah, let's roll in this. I mean, we've got 2 cards to discard here, so we can really go pretty mental. Ah, nice. Okay. Got that disrupt. Let's see if he uses it. He probably won't. That's fine. So, do I risk it? I could do 1 damage. So essentially, Ray is 10, isn't she? So 9, 10, 11. So we need to do a lot of damage. We need to do 11 more damage. Don't think we can actually cancel. I can't really use that. So let's get this out. See what we roll. We've got lots of focus to use. We rolled a 2 already with that one, so that's very nice. Let's see if he deflects it. Okay, we got a pass. So this is where, again, I can just go really nice and slowly with this. Don't need to rush it. He might not have anything to deal with it, but if you just do it this way, at least you have a bit more control over it. It's going to be, yeah, here we go then, 7 damage, ouch. No, sorry, that's 8 damage. Not quite enough. So 6 more to go, another 3. There we go. Lovely. So he's going to play his dug in. Hopefully we'll draw our infiltrate. Yeah. Why he didn't play that earlier is very strange. I guess, yeah, he's still absorbed 2. Do we want to do anything else here? Do you know what? I'm not going to get any use out of... No, let's not bother. So, here we go then. So passing, taking, oh crap, he hasn't, I've claimed. I'll claim and he'll pass, of course. Alright then, so that's pretty, I mean this is pretty much going to be game here now. Get resources, let's, do you know what, we'll discard both. And then neither of those are going to come in useful for us here. See what we got, yeah, we've got just about everything we need. He's on 6. Roll. Let's do the force throw first. We've got a mine probe here as well. That could be fun. In fact, what we could do here is go a bit crazy. Let's do hold that blaster onto Jabba for 2. That's going to give us an extra action, which we can speedily get the mine probe out and just get lots of damage. I'm being a bit silly here now, but this should be good fun. Let's see what happens. We're going to have to deal with this, so we can... Oh no. Let's re-roll one of these. And see what we get. Some focus would be nice. Okay, a resource, fair enough. So he's got to play his 2. Yeah. Fortunately we didn't get the special, which would have been really great. Right, we've got to feel your anger to deal with it. We've got a flank. So let's see what happens here. Oh, well, I don't really feel the need to do much of anything with those, quite frankly. So what we'll do is we'll right, he's got no resources. Let's get this Night Sister out here. I just don't care about what he's rolled there. There's nothing threatening, and I just need to start maxing the damage here now. See, at this stage, foregone conclusion is the kind of thing, the kind of phrase you could use here, but it's always interesting to see how we close it out. Hello, he's just rolled a lot of damage. Again, this is where the power of this deck really comes into play, because you know, I mean, cards like this are they're so useful. Let's remove that one. I mean, it's just pretty devastating. And this is generally what, with so much control that we have in the deck, it just becomes easy to make this happen. Okay, so he's got a focus. I mean, we could just feel your anger that away. In fact, what would what's probably best is you focus that to the 3 for, well, no, he wouldn't 3 for 1, so I've got all of that. You just put that to the one side. Let's make him do that, because then we could still deal with it. Oh, we've got lots of options here. Probably should have got my force throw character in a little bit earlier. In fact, that's what we'll do. Let's do this, because it's not like he can resolve anything here. Let's get that force throw out. Hopefully we roll a special. Oh dear, we didn't. Okay, so what's he going to do? He's going to focus that to the one side. Of course, we're going to deal with that now. Now, yes, I could have dealt with it by using the feel your anger, which of course we can't now. So we'll just have to, let's go with it. Let's go with it, hopefully. Now, come on, there's a 1 and 6. And this is where sometimes you run the odds. Could have probably played this a little. Now, okay, that's frustrating. These things happen. This is why you play the game out. Yeah, quite. Now, I'm not saying that's what he did. But that did take a funny little jump in the air there. Just be careful that there are some players who are getting this quite clever ability to just tap the dice and make it land on the side that that they want. I mean, it's pretty spectacular when they manage to do it, but I'm still not saying he did it there, because sometimes TTS jumps, but it's just something to just be aware of in some games. Okay, so I mean, we've got still lots of damage here that we can be doing. Unfortunately, we're probably going to struggle to get the mind probe out. So let's play this as a backup muscle out. See what he does here. Yeah, that's fine. You can claim that. We'll have a bit of a re-roll, because in fact, yeah, I feel like I don't really care. So we'll re-roll this. In fact, let's re-roll all of these. Yeah, because you can get focus out of Jabba, and focus is really what we want. There's a focus, lovely. Unfortunately, actually what we'll do is, so we'll hit that. Put him to 8. Should be pretty close to it. Don't think it's going to be quite enough. Another one. Oh, he's done it. 6, 7, 8. Can we get enough through? Don't think we can. So here's what we're going to need to do. In fact, we can't really do it. So we'll focus this to the special. We'll force throw the special against there. And we're going to be 1 damage shy, unless we take a chance. Let's go and re-roll on these 2. Come on, we can do it. No. Okay, so we'll take 2 resources. That's slightly annoying, and we'll do the 2 and put him with the 1 left. I think you. She's not 9 health. She's 10. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, there we go. That's how it can go down. So despite a sort of a bad little round of controlling by me there, I could have removed that raid die with the Feel Your Anger, which would have prevented that Night Sister from dying. Again, I think you can probably say that the game was kind of won by then, because you can see how the deck works early on. Control, we deflected, and then out of 2 rounds we managed to get so much damage onto Poe that Poe's down by the end of round 3 in a control deck, basically. So this is the power of getting that jetpack out, having the focus on Jabba or on holocrons, to be able to getting that 5 or 6 damage off from a Night Sister and the jetpack, or maybe a holdout blaster. I mean, this is really where you can see how damagey, how shooty this little list is. So hope you enjoyed that, and if this is something you want to see a little bit more of, then I'm very happy to do another game of this so you can see how it plays, hopefully against a different list as well. So yeah, until next time, keep enjoying Destiny.